Oh, that was a bite. Ooh, whatever it is, it's pretty decent. Good evening, and welcome back to Frugal Outdoors with myself, Dylan. We're fishing a really super easy Solent venue, which I will show you in a second on the way down in real time, just how long it takes to get down here by foot from your car. So we're fishing in the Solent, no specific targets this evening. We're just gonna have a go. We've got some baits, we've got some rigs, we'll see what we can catch. Hopefully there'll be a couple of bream around, there might be a smooth hound around, there might be a ray, a conger, a bass, who knows. Let's just chuck some baits out there like most of us do when we go fishing. We just go and try and catch a fish, and let's see how we get on. Oh, we've had such changeable weather today. So if some of you don't know, I fish on the Isle of Wight. So I live on the Isle of Wight, which is on the south coast of the UK. And basically one side of it, we fish straight into the English Channel. On one side of it, which is the side I'm fishing today, we're fishing the Solent, which is the stretch of water that is in between the Isle of Wight and the mainland UK. But the sea out the back, as we call it here, out the back of the island was massive. It's really rough, it's really chocolatey, some really big swell rolling through. But I reckon it would probably be fishable. But I just don't think it'd be very comfortable. Being as sometimes I'm a little bit lazy, I thought I would come out to the shelter of the trees that I've got behind me here, which is sheltering me massively from the wind, which means we've got zero swell in the Solent. And I reckon, even though the weather conditions aren't great, I could have easily got the sieve out tonight, out in here. No problem at all, it's really flat. But we're not fishing on the sieve tonight. We are fishing from the shore to target anything that would like to take a bait. It's pretty much low tide-ish. So yeah, I think we stand a reasonable chance of getting a bite or two. I'm fishing with my two Daiwa rods. They're both 13'6". They're both rated 4 to 8 ounce. And for somewhere like here that can be quite tidal, which I'm sure it will be in a minute or two, I find them to work really well. And I've got those paired up with two Shimano Power Arrows, which I did buy second hand, I hasten to add, because they are far out of my budget if I was to buy them new. Let's have a look at some bait, let's quit yakking and let's get on with some fishing. It truly is lovely out here tonight. Right, let's have a look. First rig I'm going to chuck out, it's daylight, we're at the bottom of the tide-ish. So I am going to fish with a bream rig, one up, one down. I'm just going to pop some squid on there in a second. Second rig, do you know what? I'm going to put two bream rigs on. That's what we'll do. We'll put two bream rigs on to begin with, get those out, and then we'll sort of change it up as the evening goes, I think. Bait-wise this evening, I've got some big old whole squid, Kraken sea baits from Slamfish Bait and Tackle in Carisbrook Business Park. I've got some home caught, is that how you self-caught? I caught some mackerel recently on the sieve, and I have two of them right here, but they are very frozen. So I'm going to leave those out to defrost a little bit, and we'll fish with some of that later on. We'll stick a mackerel head out with some guts hanging out of it, see if we can't maybe pick up a bass, maybe a conger eel. We use some fillets, maybe see if we can catch a ray, see if we can catch some pollock. Sometimes there's some pollock that come through here. And I've got a couple of refrozen shore peeler crab. They need to defrost as well. Everything needs to defrost. Fishing out the freezer, some of it's leftovers, some of it's been refrozen, but we'll see how we get on. My Bream rig is just a simple one up, one down. This one has been used once already, maybe even twice. Swivel at the top, a couple of inches down we've got a hook snood off a trapped in swivel, and then we go to the bottom of the rig, we've got a lead clip, we've got another locked in swivel about 2 inches up from the bottom, and then that one's just got some glowy beads, and the other one has just got a couple of floaty beads. We're going to fish those on a 7-ounce gripper. Now I haven't got any lead lifts. Might be a problem, but we'll see. I've got 58-pound braid on there with a 60-pound leader. So with any luck, we can get it up and through any snags. If we can't get it through the snags, hopefully the rig will break. And if the rig doesn't break, then it will go on the leader knot just the same as it does on every other setup. The only time you're going to leave a whole bunch of braid in there is if you go braid straight through, and in which case sometimes it can break. But if you've got a leader, in my opinion anyway, you should be pretty good. Right, squid head for one of those baits. We'll stick that on the bottom snood because there's absolutely no way we're going to get a squid head to pop up without probably having about 6 pop-ups on there. And then we're just going to quickly whack a little bit of Baytex or bait elastic, whatever you prefer, whatever you like to use. I like to use the Baytex, I find it's really good, but use whatever you want. Definitely wants a little bit of whipping on those squid heads though. And then we'll take the squid body, slowly defrosting. I've been holding it in my hand, trying to soften it up a little bit. It's kind of worked. Gonna fish a little bit smaller today, so just nice little 10mm strips out of that body. I'll probably get another 3 baits out of that, so we get 6 baits out of 1 squid. 6 baits, that's 3 casts. And in theory, that's an hour's worth of fishing on 1 rod, just with 1 squid. So it can be quite cheap. If you want it to be cheap, it can be cheap. So I've just threaded that one on. Work a little bit of whipping on that one as well. Leaving a nice little bit dangling off the bottom. That'll be up in the water column a little bit. And that little bit of squid there is just going to be flapping around. The squid are in. I was potentially going to go squid fishing this evening and try and do a squid video, because I've never done a squid video or an attempt at catching a squid. I've never caught a squid. I've never really had a go at catching a squid. I've tried for half an hour once and I got extremely bored extremely quickly. So I stopped and I haven't had a go since, but I will endeavour to do a video very, very soon. Right, that's that one done. Let's get it in the sea. I'm going to try and give this one a healthy whack as I can. We should be able to get it out there a little way and see if we can find a fish. This tide is gonna, when it turns, it's gonna race left to right. So basically, straight away, I'm gonna put this one over to the left because undoubtedly it is gonna move. I felt that hit the bottom. It's not super deep here. I mean, I'm fishing with 7-ounce grippers, so they're gonna get down pretty quick. Right, so far that is not moving. Not yet, anyway. Oh, there we go. No, we're good. Let's just leave that one there. We'll bait the other one up. I'm gonna bait it up exactly the same. Get that one in as well, and then we're fishing with 2 rods. Just moved this one down just a smidge because, as you can see, there's quite a lot of tension there. That tide has definitely turned. But because we're using braid and we don't have a lot of stretch, it is going to pull that rod tip over quite a bit. If we had mono, it wouldn't pull it over quite so much because you've got obviously more stretch in the line. All right, let's get this other one out. Wasps are out in force this evening. So it's like 7:30, give or take. So we've got maybe an hour and a half of daylight if we're lucky, to give us an opportunity to catch a bream. That is just taking line. With this one, I am going to cast it quite a way up tide and a little bit shorter, so if it does happen to swing around, because that tide is really moving now, if it does swing around, it'll go under the other rod and hopefully will stop us from getting into a little bit of a pickle because there's nothing worse than having tangled braid. So we'll give this just a bit of a flick. And hopefully, I'd say hopefully we get a little bite. We'll see how it goes. Sun is just above the horizon, probably going to get a beautiful sunset tonight. Sometimes on the start of the tide as well, you can get a bit of weed coming through, so hopefully we won't struggle too much with that tonight. Fingers crossed we can get into a fish. Now, I can't believe that is hooping over that much just because of the tide. I'm gonna say we've got some weed on there. I'm gonna quickly finish baiting this other rig, so I've got a fresh one to put out. But that's been out there for about 3 minutes and it's absolutely hooping. Oh my God, what a difference 5 minutes makes. I've just had to cover everything up. It's got really dark and the heavens have just opened. I've not got any wet weather gear whatsoever. So I've had a towel over the camera, covering all my bits and bobs up, and I was just getting a little knock on the left-hand rod, so I thought I'd bring you back quickly. First little bit of action we've had. Let's get back in the shelter under the trees. And hopefully this rain will clear off. Well, certainly not that much weed. Not as much as I'd expect, anyway. Tip lights are on already. It's crazy. I thought I had like an hour and a half, and I've had about half an hour. Let's bring these ones in anyway. That one's had a fresh one. I put some mackerel out on that one just to see if it'll make a difference. But I'm gutted I didn't get more time. It just suddenly, these clouds have come over and it just went so dark. I was really hoping I'd get more of an opportunity on the Bream, to be honest. But we'll keep going because I have had them from just a little bit further along at night time to a decent size as well. So you never know, we might get one. Ah, well, there we are, there's another one out. Wow, look at the colour of the sky now. To me, it's just completely grey. We've got a little bit of sunlight coming through the clouds over there, but certainly that side of me is just grey. It almost looks purple in the background. Yeah, I'm going to change it then. What I'm going to do, so I was going to fish with 3 Bream rigs, obviously because I wanted to fish quite hard at the beginning for a Bream. That plan has obviously gone out the window now, so I am going to, what am I going to do? We've got some mackerel, we've got squid, and we've got some crab. Crab and squid cocktail. See if we can't winkle something out with that. You never know, there might be a smooth hound around. And then we'll give it another sort of hour, I think. And then maybe we'll start trying for a bass. I mean, we could probably try for a bass with 1 rod now, actually. Maybe do away with the Bream altogether. Oh, decisions. So I've peeled one of those shore crabs. And once it was peeled, taken the legs off, take the back shell off, take the sort of undercarriage off, and then I've snipped from its face, sort of halfway, 2/3 to its backside basically. Snipped it with a pair of scissors, opened it up, and then put it on a baiting tool just like so. And I'm just going to wrap that up, and then it turns it into a nice crab sausage with a lot of junk that can come out and get some scent in the water. I'm going to put that on an up and over rig, which will enable me to get that bait. I think it will be a bit better to use it, I don't know, we've got some tide out there, that's for sure. And an up and over plants the bait on the bottom rather than up in the water. I mean, if we haven't had a bite, we'll change it up for a pulley pennel. Trouble is, it can be quite snaggy here as well, so I run the risk of this getting snagged up, but potentially fishing better, or I can use a pulley pennel, which might not fish as well, but it will be less likely to get snagged up. So it's a bit of a catch-22 really. I haven't bothered putting any squid on it. Just got 2.0 pennel set up. It's a ray rig, really. This is one of my ray rigs. But tonight, it's an anything that would like to eat a piece of crab rig. But we'll chuck that out in a minute. We've had a couple of knocks on a squid. Like I say, tonight we're very much fishing for a bite. Fishing for a few fish. Don't really care what they are. Oh, there we go, that is definitely a bite. Been an up and over, it fishes really quite well for smooth hounds. Certainly with a crab bait, and it will also fish really quite well for bass. So, multitasking with this one. Let's have a look at this. We've got a massive swing in the tide. It's going completely the opposite way now. We did look like we had a bite, but again, it could be weed going down the line. Who knows? Who knows? Let's have a look. Wow, we're not blanking. Now, we did say that we didn't mind what we caught, so we have to be grateful because it is, after all, a fish. There we go. Got ourselves a little strap conger. Hopefully not the first of many, but if we do get a few, then I really don't mind because we're catching a couple. Oh, well, that's nice. That is nice. We caught a little fish. Now that was a bite. Well, we got it on the crab. Got to be a smooth hound, isn't it? Let's go and have a look. It's not massive. It might be a bass. God, it's a really lively one. Probably, I don't know, maybe three or 4 pound or something. It's not a bad little fish. Beautiful. I mean, super lively. But yeah, that absolutely ripped off. Oh, well, that's cool. There we go. We got another species. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll call it a mixed species hunt or so. I missed a competry at the weekend, and it was a species hunt. So maybe I'll have one for myself tonight. But there we go. Nice little smooth hound. Oh, well, that was cool. I was literally just in the process of trying to sort out another rig. And I was admiring my my surgical skills at getting that lovely mackerel head with all those beautiful juicy guts all intact. And all I'm going to do is I've got a 5.0 full circle hook there, stuck it straight through its nose. We've got it on an earth bar. I would like to have it on a plain lead, but I don't have one. So let's chuck that out, see if there's a bass around, shall we? What I'm going to do, because at the moment we're moving right to left, so I'm just going to go down there, flick it slightly out to the left anyway, it's away from all my lights, and yeah, see, give it maybe 20 or 30 yards, something like that, not very far out at all. You never know, might pick up a conger on it, or a bass, or nothing. There we go. It's that mackerel head. Something just had a whack at it. Got it. How about that? We just got ourselves a nice little bass. Easily in size. And there we go. What a beaut. That's got to be 45, 47, 48 centimeters or something. That is dinner right there. I'm absolutely chuffed with that. Chucked out a mackerel head for a bass, and we got one. I've got another mackerel as well, so might chuck that out in a minute, see if we can't get another one. I am so happy about that. I'm gonna try another rig now, a different rig again. So we're putting a pulley pennel out, because I wanted to put a piece of mackerel out, and on my bass rigs, I only use 30-pound fluorocarbon, so if we do happen to get into a conger, chances of me getting it in are very, very slim. So I'm going to hit this one a little bit further, because this one I'm kind of putting out there for maybe a conger eel, maybe a ray, something along those lines. I'll chuck this one slightly to my right, make sure they're nowhere near each other in case we do get a nice bite. And yeah, see if we can't pick up another species. So 3 fish, 3 species. Awesome. There we are. Well, I had that snagged right in. Had to wrap line around my hand. There's absolutely no way at all I would have got that out if I had mono on. But we got it back, so that's good. So there we go. Snap one of the hook snoods off. But that's good. I'll take that. Now, what is that? Just absolutely took loads of line. Hell of a bite. Only on squid. It felt like it got... Oh, mate. What is that? Smooth hound, I think. That's on the Bream rig. I've got to go semi-steady with it. Oh, wicked. Not that steady. Oh, I've only just put it out. We're in close. Oh, there we go. That's a better one. Much more like it. Maybe 5 or 6 pounds this one, I guess. I mean, I don't know, I'm only guessing, but definitely bigger than the last one anyway, that's for sure. Really nice fish actually, really good condition. As you can see there, absolute stunner. But anyway, let's get this one back in. That's on my little Bream rig, tiny little bit of squid. Just scratching around, seeing if we can't find a few fish, and so far, we're getting into quite a few. Brilliant fun. Stick a fresh bit of squid on the bottom, and we'll just chuck it straight back out there. Just check it, check that the line's okay. It's not all chafed or anything, because the skin on a smooth hound is incredibly rough. Just so it's always worth checking to see if you've got any nicks, but that's fine. Crikey, it's absolute mayhem. So this is a mackerel bait, the mackerel bait that I said I'd put out for a ray or a conger eel, and ooh, whatever it is, it's pretty decent. Yeah, wow. Be nice if it was a ray. Do you know what? This has gone way up tide. This actually could be a smooth hound on mackerel. It's gone way up tide. I think this might be a smooth hound. That would be mental. Smooth hound on mackerel. Look, my arm is absolutely killing. Right, there we go. Here's my leader knot, because I've got a bit of weed on it. Absolutely stunning, fighting, fit fish. But yeah, that's got to be a double figure. I haven't got any scales. I'm not really fussed about it tonight. I just want to get into some fish, really. There we go. Let's get this one back in. What a beaut. I've got no baits ready. I threw the piece of squid down that I was trying to put on this. So I don't know. Oh, it's right there. Oh, man. I'm absolutely shattered. So I've got no rods in the water. I mean, I have heard of smooth hounds taking mackerel. Obviously, you know, when they're hungry, I mean, there's no spider crabs peeling at the moment, so now they're probably feeding on squid, obviously shore crabs, hardback crabs, and also, of course, because they're bottom feeders, I guess, if the opportunity comes to get an easy meal, because there's a piece of mackerel sat in front of it, then I guess it's going to take it. Got nothing ready for the other rod. There we go, so we're back out with the Bream rig with just plain squid on again, which we had a really nice smooth hound on, and then I've gone back out with the mackerel on the other one. Exactly the same again. It's going again straight away, look at that. They're both going. This is absolutely crazy. I thought that one was going to go as well then, but it didn't. But this one did. Not out very far at all. Ugh, a little snot eel this time. I honestly can't get a spare rig. I'm just baiting the ones on the rods at the moment. I'd like to get this one rebaited and try and get another one sorted out. Tiny little bit bigger than the other one. That's got bait. Let's just get this out. That's mackerel again. Oh, I'm not sure what this is. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh wow. Wowee. I don't think tonight could actually get any better. I've just had an absolute giant bream, and it just took a massive mackerel bait on a 3.0 pulley pennel, and it took the wide gape. Look at that. That is an absolute peach. Look at the fins on it. I am absolutely made up. So we did actually finally get our bream. Oh, so funny. So we've got bream and bass for dinner. Absolutely epic. Oh, I'm so chuffed about that. There we go. Nighttime bream is a nice big one, and we got it on a pulley pennel, fishing for conger eels or a ray. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, so good. No, I really wasn't I wasn't really feeling it. As soon as it started to rain, I was like, do you know what? I think I'll just sack it off and I'll come out and try again tomorrow. I'm so glad I stayed out. It's fished its absolute backside off tonight here. So there we go, another beautifully surgically removed head and guts. There that will just flick out there again. I finally got a third rig ready anyway, and that was it. Right, let's go. Now, in all honesty, I could have probably put that a little bit further out, but I didn't want to reel it in and change it in case I lost the guts off that bait. So it's very, very tight in, but we'll give it a go. Right, let's keep baiting. What a session. Well, it's gone a little bit quiet. I've actually managed to bait up 2 spare rigs. We had another knock on the bass bait, so whether or not something's managed to steal the bait off that nice 5/0 circle hook, could be fishing with nothing out there. But I'm going to change this one on the left and get some fresh stuff out there. I think my eyes are playing tricks on me. Every time I look at the right hand rod, it looks like the left one's moving, and every time I look at the left hand rod, it looks like the right hand rod is moving. So let's just bring this one in. We'll change it up. I was a little bit lazy on my retrieve then, and I just felt it go into that ridge. So basically, where I'm fishing, we've still got this ledge. So to my left is Fort Victoria, massive, massive deep water venue. To my right is Yarmouth Pier, and the sort of ledge does run along. So you do have to be a little bit careful. I've gone down to just a few rigs now, just fishing with a pulley pennel, a bream rig and a bass rig. Still got a mackerel head out there, or at least I think I've got a mackerel head out there. But I am going to have a look in a minute, because I'm not entirely convinced I've got a bait on there, and if I haven't, then I want to put one on. Well, we have got a mackerel head. I've got a feeling the bites that we had earlier must have just taken all the guts, basically, so it could have just been a little conger eel. There's not a lot left in that. So we're out of mackerel heads. I've got a nice bit of mackerel fillet there, bound up really, really well, and then a load of elastic on the top, just so I can keep my hook in place. And I did find a little 2 ounce ball lead, so I've just got it on that at the moment. I'll flick it out, let it roll around. That one's moving about, so this one's going to swing to the right. So let's flick that one this way and see how we get on. So there we go. That's the last cast on this rod. Just a bream rig, a couple of little strips of squid. I have got bait, but it's 20 past 11. I would have liked to have got out a little bit sooner, but I knew there wasn't really much point with the tides. So I'm not going to be able to fish it all the way up, because I think high tide is something like 1, 2 in the morning, and well, it's a school night. And I don't like to fish too late on a school night. Absolutely mullered. That could well be crabs. And there we are, another nice little mackerel wrap. And like I say, we've got a big, massive back eddy at the moment. So I am going to stick this one over to the left, let it swing round in the tide, and see if we can't just get one more fish. Oh, here we go. Got a fish on that one. Something going for it. Oh yeah, I can feel it on there. Only on the Bream rig, so I'm gonna have to be careful. Oh, did it come off? Oh no, he's still there. It's gone very light though. Ah, God, do you know what? That felt so much heavier. I'm not having that. I'm gonna have to recast it because it was in the water for about 30 seconds. That's another little snotty eel. So I'll chuck it straight back and get another bait out there. Now this really is the last cast on this rod. I think I missed it. Oh, I got in a right bloody panic then. Damn. Let's have a look. I know I said I wasn't. What I'll do is I'm going to put this back out. Oh man. Put that back out. And I'll pack the other one away first. I got in a panic because I was putting some bits away, and then I heard it running. I just assumed it would have been on stupidly. Oh well, you never know, it might come back. Oh well, I've given that one an extra at least 15-20 minutes, maybe even a little bit more, and it hasn't moved. We had a few bites on it, which is why I chucked it back out, but yeah, unfortunately it didn't go again. So I'm going to bring this one in now anyway. I've really enjoyed this session. At the start of it I was a little bit apprehensive, and certainly when that weather turned it was horrible, but now I'm still in my t-shirt. It's still relatively warm. We're right at the end of August, and I've probably had one of my best sessions of the year. So I hope you enjoyed this session as much as I enjoyed fishing it. I'm going to bring this one in. I've got to bring this one in. I need to go home. As always, if you've made it this far and you haven't already subscribed, then please do. Don't forget you can get all the rigs from www.frugal.od.co.uk. And yeah, we'll get on it. I really want to do a catch and cook. I want to try and get a couple of bream. We'll do a catch and cook, and I'll do a squid session. That's what we'll get on next, or at least try to anyway. So until the next one, please take care, stay safe, and maybe I'll see you out there. Cheers.